Hello YouTube. Today I'm gonna have a little short video on introducing my new brackets, quick attach brackets that I will be fabricating myself. Now I should point out that Kubota has already a quick attach unit. It's called the B2620 that you can put in and allows you to remove your existing bucket and put that on and then quick attach your bucket. And if you want to fabricate other things, you can do that. Now at the time I find this out, I already had purchased all my steel and I wanted to do my own anyways, so the cost of the steel to do what I want to do was about $200, but this will allow me to fabricate extra brackets that will help me doing other attachment. And the cost of buying that B15 or 1658 was through my dealer was about $350 plus tax. Now, I mean, not a whole lot more, and probably a better one that I will build, but doing it myself, I kind of like to be able to expand on my own things that I'll be building in the future, so I'd rather have my own that way. And anybody that wants to do this, again, all I have for tools to do this is just a simple little grinder. It's a Canadian Tire 4.5-inch grinder with cutting wheels and grinding blades. I just have a Canadian Tire welder, which runs on 120, and that's pretty much it. I have this little bandsaw here that I kind of bought online. I found an old one. I had one of those, but ended up getting stolen. I bought another one online because I still had parts. Now, what I end up doing, just to go take an overview of my metal that I bought for this. I bought this flat bar to essentially I locked this on here with clamps, and that's my guide to cut these, as you can see here. So that's the first side cut. This shows the one that's all cut. It allows these little pipe to fit in here, which I'll show on the bucket there, but these will be welded in eventually when I fit everything to the bucket, and I'll show video on that later. The back side will look like this. There'll be side pieces going on there, and then the upper piece that will kind of close all that in. What I did here though is I pre-drilled these plates to allow me to tack weld stuff. Like a lot of the stuff I'm going to do as I go, I tack weld stuff so that if I have to remove it, it's easier for me to do that. So these little pieces here will be tack weld on, and that plate will be tack weld onto this until I get all the fittings done, and then I'll just go ahead and weld everything. As you can see, the bracket here, I got one here that's been cut on all four corners. It sort of matches this here. As you can see, the grooves matches like where this is gonna go. So I'm doing this. The top portion will eventually be cut on the slope, just like this one is sloped down. I will slope down the top of that. These little pipes are matching the bottom pipe and the top, and I will be welded on like this on here and then at the top. Now I'm also going to have to drill these for the interior side. As you can see, there's pins that holds these in place, so I'm going to drill 4 of them, the interior one, so that when my back bracket is done, I'll be able to fit it on the FEL arms, and it'll be more like a permanent bracket that then I can just pick up my bucket and go with. Or as I explained, I got 4 of these, so that 2 are going to be for my FEL arms, and they're going to be kind of permanent on there to quick attach my bucket. The other 2 bracket I'm fabricating right away as I'm doing all this to expand on my quick attach. I will have the second brackets used to make my own kind of almost like a skid steer quick attach plate. I'm going to make myself one that I can expand from that, so everything is going to be done through me. I like doing these things, so I'm going to build future expansion to this system, and then I'll be able to, you know, make my own things, and that way it fits to my tractor. But again, I didn't want to do this in case I ever sell these tractors or trade it in. I didn't want to cut these so that, you know, all of a sudden the bucket is useless now. So I wanted to keep the bucket intact. If I ever sell the machine, I could just put the bucket back on, keep my quick attach bracket. If I buy the same model, this is the LA364. It's off on a B2620. I think there's 3 different kind of FEL arm that matches kind of the same thing. I think the bucket might change a little bit as far as size, but the FEL arm and the dimension I think are kind of the same for 3 different model. Don't quote me on that, but that's what my book says, because it refers to 3 different models for the same tractor. So I'm assuming they're all pretty close. I think the major difference are the actual bucket itself. So again, you know, ask your dealer. But what I'm going to be doing also, as I go through the steps and stuff, this applies to any bucket. Anybody that has a bigger tractor, a smaller tractor, the steps I'm going to be showing, especially the fitting part of it. Again, I don't have specialized tools, and you have to be to a very close tolerance to fit that in and to make sure everything works properly. And I'll demonstrate how I came up with a simple way, but also a very accurate way to meet the tolerance, especially here, like the space between the pins. I want it to be as exact as what this tractor is right now. You can measure all you want, but once you go to weld this, tack weld it, and all that stuff, if you're off an eighth or even a 16 here and an eighth over there, all of a sudden you got a 3/16 space. You could be out on the other side, and then it will, you know, everything start being a little sideways, and your cylinders have to work in unison to, you know, function properly. So the alignment is very important. And again, I'll show in further steps on how I came up with a way to align this, actually using the existing bucket. I'll show that later. All right, this is it for now. The following videos will be the step-by-step. I'll go step 1, 2, 3. I think I'm up to step 8. I've already pre-stepped everything right now. I'm doing a tutorial using SketchUp, which I'll be able to post on for people that want it. It'll be a step-by-step with notes and details on how I did this, but the video will complement what I did so that you have a kind of a reference between the tutorial and the video, and you can see a little bit more in the video, because I can explain things too. And then as I build this, if I come up with a little, you know, solution or problem, I'll point them out. All right, YouTube, we'll talk to you later. Bye.